Bonjour tout le monde, bon retour, welcome back to Ryan's Gay Chicago. I'm Ryan, of course this is Jean-Pierre, and hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the 5 tips for new home buyers. I mean, there are lots of tips. We're just going to talk about 5, and I have a bonus at the end. I will have a 6th. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos, and enjoy. Your first tip today is definitely make sure get an inspection. Remember, a municipality might get an inspection, but that's just for themselves, for their codes, compliance, things like that. The bank will be ordering an appraisal to make sure that the house has enough value to get the loan that you are requesting, according to the appraiser. But you want to pay someone who's just looking out for you and is going to find potentially something that could be really expensive that might stop you from either buying the house, or you could at least ask the seller to repair or to give you a credit for. But if you're saying, oh Ryan, but I can't afford that few $100s, I got to save money, I already have a down payment, etc., etc., it's worth it. Don't skimp on that inspection, please. All right, for our next tip, we're gonna remind you to be realistic, keep it real. That's why we're wearing this hat. That's our little prop to remind you to keep it real. So everybody has wants, needs, and expectations, and things that they might be able to negotiate on when they're buying a house. If you really need the extra rooms, or you want the extra rooms because you have a lot of people in your family or that are going to be living there, that's great. But do you really have to have a bedroom where each bedroom has a bathroom? Probably not. Do you really have to have the biggest house in the block? Probably not. So know what you can negotiate on and what you can't. I know I have some clients that say, oh, my kids are already in this school district, so I really don't want to move them out. That's fine. But then you might have to be willing to negotiate and get a house that's a little smaller than you want, or maybe a little more expensive than you want. So just be realistic and you'll find a house you like. For our next tip, I have my smart man glasses on. I'm trying to remind you, please stay below your budget. Don't forget, buying a house is not just buying the house. You have your property taxes you're gonna have to pay every year, your insurance, you have your closing costs, those are at least a few $1,000s, and you might have some repairs to make, especially if you're paying cash, you're buying a fixer-upper. You need to budget for that. That's so important. But even if you have a mortgage or you have a pre-approval letter, if it's up to $250 or $350, don't max it out. Stay, if it's $250, stay closer to $200, for the house you're gonna get. If it's $350, stay closer to $300 or less. That's my advice. At the end of the month, you'll have more money available and you'll be thankful. All right, you guys are doing great. For this next tip, please, oh please, before you call me or any other realtor, and for your own sanity, get your pre-approval letter from your lender and or your proof of funds if you're paying cash first. This way you know exactly what you can afford, and you're not going to waste your time or my time or the realtor's time or anyone's time looking at houses that you don't even really know you could qualify for. So remember, when we say that, we're not trying to be rude, we're just trying to save you from the heartache of seeing a house and finding out, oh, that's not going to work with my budget or my loan. So please get that stuff ahead of time. Thank you. For my most important tip for you first-time home buyers, so important, don't go it alone. Pick a good team. This is why I'm wearing other than the fact that I'm obsessed with everything French, I have my my lovely French soccer scarf on. So, allez les bleus, right? But seriously, I have an excellent team of lawyers, inspectors, people that I work with that I trust, lenders. So pick a good agent like me. Find a good team that you trust. They're gonna save your life and make a potentially stressful experience of buying a new home so much easier. That's my #1 tip. Time for our bonus tip. Jean-Pierre was getting sleepy, so we had to move somewhere else. But think of me. I bought my home in Harvey, right? So people sort of think of it as run down, but consider some areas that maybe are not traditional, or maybe they need some work. Maybe you could be a positive influence there and help with homes that need work, or maybe they've just been sitting empty like mine was when I bought it. And you could actually be a positive influence in the area. Now, do keep in mind, it takes work. It's not when you're not buying an area that maybe is more established, but it could be a rewarding experience, and you could really give back to an area that would be happy to have a concerned citizen buying a house, and also save yourself some money in the process. So that That's your bonus tip. All right, tout le monde, that is the end of our tips for new home buyers. I'm sure we'll be back with more at some point. If you like the video, don't forget there are going to be many more coming on my YouTube page, so check that out. Once again, my name is Ryan Cymbalski. I work and do real estate in the Chicago area. Jean-Pierre is mon assistant. And if you ever have any questions, my contact info is in the box below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. Merci for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time. Au revoir.